McLaren Automotive is still a young company getting to know itself. A few years ago it made a fairly stark realisation that it could carry on making some of the very fastest and most exciting supercars in the world and still somehow stagnate. It was back then the decision was taken to effectively launch McLaren as a lifestyle brand, to begin courting well-heeled customers of high-end products, but not necessarily or exclusively die-hard petrol heads and wannabe racing drivers as customers. Understandably, this shift didn't come naturally to a company such as McLaren, but the car you're looking at now is the first fruit born of that decision to branch out, the 570GT. This is McLaren's first luxury car. And on these mountain roads of the beautiful and luxurious island resort of Tenerife, I reckon it fits right in. The 570GT slots into McLaren's Sport Series range alongside the 570S, and it's priced at about £10,000 more than that car, so just above £150,000. For your money, you get this more sort of lavish, upmarket interior. This is the luxury saddle tan leather, should you particularly like it. It's very nice. Panoramic roof with a 18% tint to keep the sun off your baldy head. And then behind the seats, you get what McLaren calls its touring deck. So this is the 570GT's boot. This is the glass hatch. Very easy to open, as you can see. This is the 220 litre touring deck. This is a golf club. In it goes. It fits.
You need more than one, mate.
What do you mean? You need more than one? And don't forget, there's a 130 litre cargo compartment at the front as well that all McLarens get. So overall, I reckon you probably could take your missus away down to your expensive villa on the Costa Fortuna, provided you limited her to, say, 5 pairs of shoes and 1 hairdryer and some clothes, obviously. Underneath all that tan leather back there, of course, is the same twin-turbo 3.8 litre Ricardo engine that you get in the 570S. Same peak power and torque outputs, same 7-speed SSG gearbox. Where it differs from the 570S recipe is where McLaren have softened it off slightly to make it a bit more comfy, a bit more usable. So the springs are just a little bit softer than 570S, only sort of 10-15% here or there, but just enough to notice. The steering rack is a little bit slower. It also gets noise attenuating through LEP0 tyres rather than the P0 Corsas you get on the 570S. The exhaust does make it sound slightly flat. It does what it's supposed to do, i.e. it takes the boom and the unwanted noise away so that you can cruise on the motorway. At times you can't help thinking it could sound a bit more sort of soulful. But it still sounds pretty good. And it goes well. When we figured the 570S earlier in the year, against the clock, it proved itself quicker than anything in the class. You know, faster than R8 V10, faster than 911 Turbo, faster than AMG GT. Fast. This car is 99.9% every bit as fast, and it has that sort of elastic stride where the faster you go, the faster it seems to want to go. And the way the car steers to me is just the highlight of the lot, really. It is fantastic. The wheel is so tactile, you get such a vivid sense of feedback from it that you can just trust the front end implicitly. You know exactly how much grip you've got. And the way the car turns in, it just feels so positive. It just feels like it wants to hit the apex every single time, and that makes the car just so easy to place on the road. You know, the same was true with the 570S. This thing just seems to take it on another notch. I'm just not aware of any compromise at all on control or grip level or balance or anything really. I can't believe I could be having much more fun on this stretch of mountain road in a 570S. Before I drove this car, I had my reservations. Cars of its ilk, cars like the 911 Targa as one example, for me they tend to narrow down the appeal of the cars they're based on rather than broadening it out. They're sort of blind alleys. This feels like the opposite. This feels like the definitive take on the McLaren Sports Series car. It does what a 911 Turbo does, or what an Audi R8 does. It's got that sense of usability and refinement and civility, and it's got 99.9% of the dynamic appeal of any other McLaren, which makes it twice, 3 times as good to drive as anything else in the class. This is no half measure, this car, believe me. This isn't Diet Cola or non-alcoholic lager. This is a proper McLaren, and there is no need to take up golf or any other luxury lifestyle pursuit. You might just be having too much fun. To watch more videos like this, hit subscribe, and for the latest car news and reviews, head to autocar.co.uk.